So hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm going to be presenting about why the high schoolers should get iPads instead of Chromebooks or another laptop. So iPads obviously have touchscreens, and some apps really benefit from those, such as Notability. So Notability, you can draw, annotate, which in high school is really good for like English classes and that kind of thing, so you can highlight, and you can buy your textbooks on iPads too, and record voiceovers. So in this picture I drew up here, I added pictures in with my drawings. I also did text, and yeah, so if the Wi-Fi went out at Burke or otherwise, if you're on a field trip, for example, a Chromebook would kind of be obsolete because everything's web-based, even if the task itself doesn't require the internet. But on an iPad, you could still do a lot of things like take pictures, type, work on presentations, and make iMovies, which are way easier on an iPad. And even though on some computers like Chromebooks, there's more options, you wouldn't really need that in an assignment. It wouldn't need to be, perfect. So iPads are better for that too. Okay. So iPads are really good for field trips, and because Burke is a progressive school, we go out and on the metro and that kind of thing. You can take a picture of an exhibit and work on it later, and they're more of an all-in-one tool. So although there are some features on computers that iPads can't do yet, at least, they can do more. Like they can get more in general. So they're a better tool for a lot more things. So they're a lot more portable, so I can walk around while I'm giving my presentation, which is a big deal for students and teachers, right? And it's going through AirPlay. And you can, it's light, you put it in your backpack, you can carry all the textbooks on it, so yeah. So an iPad is a more progressive tool for a more progressive school. And why, you ask? Okay, so these are 4 drawings I did in Notability. Up here, we did this in science. This is a diagram of a microscope and all its different parts. So there's arrows, and there's little, text boxes and pictures. Over here is a drawing I did, and of course you can make it more specific and detailed. So if you wanted to, draw out something in like a more advanced math class or a science class, you could definitely do that. And so down here is a more detailed drawing. This is of what I saw under a microscope in science. I thought this was a really cool assignment, and it's definitely a lot more empowering than just like taking a picture of it or something. And I can draw, with my hand. That's really powerful to see. And I did fine lines, I did bolder lines, so yeah. Over here, no, sorry. Okay, there we go. So over here, we have some notes I did in geography with Ryan. And so there's text that was the outline that he gave us, and then we filled it out. So I typed some things in different colors, and I made my key, and I did some highlighting and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I thought it was a really cool assignment that I could kind of make my own. All right, so iPads are also good for teaching responsibility and digital citizenship. So I think they encourage students to be prepared, and they also push you, the teachers, administrators, faculty, and staff, to push yourselves and us. So I know that that's a major concern of would teachers have to rewrite their entire curriculums, and I think that's important of having to keep on pushing, the classes that we're in. Another thing that came up is what if the teachers don't understand what students are turning in? And I think that's fine. I think as long as it follows a rubric, then you don't need to get exactly how we made it. So apps like Nearpod and Socrative let you make interactive presentations, which we've done in the middle school. I think is a really cool tool. So you can insert open-ended questions, multiple choice questions, you can draw pictures. I think that's really cool, and it can be a slideshow like this, but it's also on all your iPads, and then you can answer my questions. I think that's really a good tool. So here's my last page, and it's blank. And it's for you guys to fill out, you, all of you. And I think that one time long gone, that this legacy can continue, and as iPads become more advanced, the classes will, and we can keep on pushing ourselves, and I think that's really important.